Hi everyone, I'm finally with another video and this time I'm talking. I'm really nervous because I never talk in English. It isn't my first language, but I'll try my best. I know some of you have been waiting for a new video for a long time, but I could never find time to record the audio. And actually this video was filmed about a month ago, but I'm posting it right now. A lot of you ask me to do more videos on how I do my sketches, how I do a particular part of the face, and I'm looking forward to do a lot of videos in the future. In this one I have one of my sketches, but this time it isn't going to be just a time-lapse. I'm going to explain as good as possible about the process I follow in my drawings. The first thing I always do before I start a sketch is simplify the shapes. First, I start with a circle that guides me to do the cranium. Once I have that, I draw the direction of the face with a simple line. I have to say that this first sketch is the messiest in the process because after we're going to draw over and you can erase it later. In my opinion, I really like to see the imperfection on the lines. It looks more sketchy to me, so I sometimes erase it and sometimes not. Once I have these two basic forms, I start shaping the face, trying to make it as similar as possible to the reference picture. I always fail in that part and I don't know why, but I still do it anyways, because that helps me to get more guidelines for proportion. As I said, I start with a circle that guides me to the shape of the face, so once I have that, I draw a line to make the direction of the face. I draw the face in an oval form and I divide the head in two parts. Then I shape the neck really quickly. This sketch, it's not meant to be perfect at all. It's just a really simple shape that helps me to place things, but it's going to change a lot throughout the process. Let's say the top of the circle is the top of your head, and that means your fringe starts a little lower there. So once I have that, I draw a line in the middle of the circle. That means to me that there's where I'm going to place the eyebrows. In the bottom of the circle, I'm going to place the nose, and I always start sketching with a little circle in the tip of the nose. Then I place the mouth just by looking at the picture. There's no measure, it's just where do you think it's okay. And once I have that, I start working on the face. I usually start with the face or the eyes. In this case, I started with the nose. Without measures, I think about where is the eye going to be placed and I start to sketch it. I do this process really quickly because it changes throughout the process and it doesn't have to be identical. Then with the mouth, I compare the measures of the top lip to the nose and the bottom lip to the chin, and that's how I guide myself with proportions and measures. When I talk about proportions, that they are really important, I talk about that on my Instagram. I talk about this. As you can see, I've drawn a line from the side of the nose up. That means the eyes start there. That's a basic proportion because every face has this strict relation. I do the same with the corners of the lips. That guides to the pupils and that helps me a lot. Then I start to shape the eye. I follow the line up and I compare it to the other eye, and I see if it's in the same level, direction, if it's strange or the angle is different. And I see this type of things with the guidelines. I think drawing a face is a game of comparing all the time, because there will be some times when the features are straight but sometimes not, and you have to fix, you have to see the angle, the direction that they follow. Once I have that, I keep sketching the face, then I do the cheek. That's really important because it helps you to draw the jaw a lot, at least for me. And I will do a video about these basic proportions and I'll explain them better, because I'm not doing it too well. I'm sorry. And then the hairline. Following the direction of the face, I'm still with the guidelines of the nose and eyebrows. That's another basic proportion. And then we have the ear. As you can see, the circle is upper than the hairline because that's the cranium. And I know it's not accurate, but as I said, it's not meant to be perfect, at least in my drawings. I never do hyper-realistic drawings when I sketch. I realized the lines I did wasn't great and I just erased them because, as I said before, it's a normal thing on the first sketch. I'm drawing the arm and chest. It's not really important for me as the back or the neck, because you have to be careful on that or it can look very strange as it is now. And I don't do nothing in a specific. Then I'm doing the hair, but not shading too much, as usual. Then, in the second layer, I start erasing the most important parts. In doing that, I know where I have to shade and light. I usually start with the eyes because it's the part I enjoy the most, and I start with the lashes and eyelid. I really like to work with the tip of the nose. I really like it. And I start with the hard shading, but not too much, because the harder layer is going to be in the end, and with the nose you can't have too much shadows or it can look strange. I just do regular shading, not particular details. And I start with the lashes and eyelid. I like to emphasize the eye bags and the top of the eyelid. I emphasize the lashes because for me, I really like the contrast with the lightest shading. About shading, I don't draw anything I can see in the picture because I don't know much about anatomy. I wish I knew more. And about the lips, some people tell me that they really like how I draw lips, when in reality I really don't like to do them because I think I do it really bad, but it's not like very realistic. I think I'm better with noses, for example, and I don't know why, because it just happens. Then I keep shading the cheekbone, the bottom part, to create volume, and it's the same, just simple shading. Then I start with the lace front. I think it's so important, the shadows on the forehead. If you don't do well the shadows of the face, it can look very strange, because in this position, for example, you can see that she has a darker and a lighter part, and that has to be shown on the forehead too. If not, it can be strange, because it has happened to me. Then I do the same with the hair, but as you can tell by my posts on Instagram, I don't work a lot in the hair because I don't like it. I like to shade it with lines. Then with this mechanical pencil, actually I use two Faber-Castell mechanical pencils. The first one is a F07 and the second one is a HB07. I really like them. I always use Faber-Castell. And I start shading more the eyelid and the eye bags. I love this part. And the same with the eyebrows and the shadows that happen between the nose and the eye, because it's not a straight portrait. I think that's why I really enjoy these portraits that aren't just straight ones, because I really love shading. I really enjoy it. I do the same with the nose. I think I emphasize the shadows more than the actual picture, but I like it. The same with the other eye and mouth. In this part, you can see the lines of the first sketch and you can just let it be or erase it. I'm erasing it, but not like too hard, because I like how you can see them a little. It looks sketchy but worked. I mean, it's like the same process of shading in 3 different layers and enhancing shadows more and more. I like to emphasize the exterior lines. I don't know if that's good English. Even though it doesn't look realistic, but I like it. I like how it's worked on the face and not on the t-shirt or the hair. I like to leave blanks. And well, I'll keep posting more, I'll keep uploading more videos, and I'm sorry for the quality of the audio, but I'm recording with my headphones and I'll try to improve it. Thank you so much for seeing the video, for following me. This is the finished result of one of my sketches. I sometimes work more on them, sometimes not. I really appreciate your support. It makes me want to keep posting and drawing, and I'm really thankful for all the love I've received in the past year. And I'm sure you all came from Instagram, but if you don't and you're still here, this is my Instagram. There's where I post not every drawing but the most, and I hope to see you there and in the next video. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos of my sketches, of my drawings, and thank you so much for watching.